I got my brother and guitar guru from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Mr. Al Pitrelli, on the line. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, my brother, the man who is responsible for all of this. How are you today, sir?
I am doing fine. How are you and the band?
Everybody's great, thanks. Everybody's great. The band's great. The family's great. Your family great, I'm assuming. Everybody good?
Yes, sir. Everybody's good. And I really kind of wanted to start this off because I know so many of the TSO fans saw it on the website and the in memoriam that you guys did, Vitoli. That had to have been a real gut punch.
Yeah. Rest of the soul, heartbreaking. The older you and I are getting, unfortunately, those phone calls come in, but you never expect it. And Vitaly was so young and so just full of life, and what a character,
He was something else on those twin keyboards up there.
Oh my God, he was something. I'm going to miss him, like everybody else that we miss, but like I said to you last year, I guess I have no choice but to miss him, but I'm just so grateful that he was in my life for a long period of time and a lot of great memories. And, it's going to be a little different looking up at that stage and seeing somebody new, but different sometimes is okay. I have no choice in the matter. This is the one thing that is non-negotiable in life. And I'll never get used to it. But, I'm learning to accept it because there's really not a whole lot I can do about it. But he was a special individual, and I'm glad that I spent a dozen years with him in a band.
Yeah, it was so great. Well, he will be missed, and I'm sure you will do something special in his honor that night. But let's talk about the show. When are you coming?
I'm going to be there Sunday, December the 15th. 2 shows. Hometown shows, and with you in the evening sitting downstage center, front row, so I can point my finger at you and say, this is all your fault.
God bless you, man. You do that so well.
But listen, you can't argue with the truth, brother. You and I are going on 30 years together since this whole rodeo began.
Oh yeah.
That's almost half my life. And the last 30 years have been this incredible journey with no end in sight, thank goodness. And I know that a lot of your listeners know that you were the one at Ground Zero who spun this for the first time and set this thing into motion. And and that trajectory and that energy, that Paul took that and ran with it, and here we are, together as a family, as a unified effort, because you heard something special in what Paul was creating.
Oh, did I ever. And he just kept creating it. And what's been great is, unfortunately, since we lost him, you guys have continued on right down that path that Paul set for you. And he's looking down. He's proud of what you're doing. And we can't wait to see what you've got in store for us this year.
Well, look, you and I have been talking literally for 3 decades, and every time we get off the road, everybody comes home for New Year's, and catches up with the family and settles in and catches our breath for a little while, and then it's back to work time, because you cannot put a show like this together in a month or two. This takes the entirety of the year to put together. So the production heads are coming up with crazy stuff. What new special effects are we going to have visually? What can we do in that arena that we haven't done before? Musically, we decided to kind of do something completely different, which is going back to the Lost Christmas Eve collection. Beautiful collection of songs, incredible storyline, wonderful poetry, and I don't think we played it in about a dozen years.
No, not the whole Lost Christmas Eve. No, you haven't.
No. Yeah, I mean, we've played songs from it over the years.
Sure.
But it was the 3rd installment from Paul's trilogy, and we said, you know what? I don't really have a reason why we haven't done it in a long time, but we haven't. So here's something relatively new that a lot of the folks in the audience, the repeat offenders, obviously are aware of, because the album, I think it was its 20th anniversary from release, and it's a beautifully written story and fantastic music. And we just said, let's do some arranging, let's do some different underscoring. But for the most part, let's go. Paul's work is fantastic, and I can't wait to reintroduce it to a lot of people in Tampa in a couple months.
And every year we always ask who are the new folks that are here, and there's always a new batch of folks that make up almost half of the audience there, and they may be enjoying this for the very first time. So it'll be great.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I get a kick out of the first timers,
Oh, yeah.
And, you and I make a lot of eye contact during the show, and I just see people's expressions like, they think they're going to see one thing. Maybe they kind of watch videos on the internet, but when the house lights go down, the curtain comes up, and we hit that downbeat, like the look of sheer, oh my God, in their face just makes me smile.
And you know what? I've seen it so many times, and I love it as much every time I see it. And I think those return folks do the same.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you want to have this sense of familiarity with the repeat offenders because this has become their holiday tradition. A lot of them have been coming to see us for 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
Maybe they were teenagers, maybe they were young adults, whatever. And now they're married with kids. Maybe some of them got grandkids. Whatever it is, they keep coming back because it is to them, when you and I were kids, maybe it was Miracle on 34th Street. Maybe it was the Charlie Brown's Christmas. And every time I hear Vince Giraldi's soundtrack, it immediately just, takes me back 50, 60 years.
Absolutely.
And this is the same thing for a lot of people. So I'm very proud of that.
Well, you guys have done such a great job, and I can't wait to see you do it all again on December 15th, Sunday, 2 shows, Amalie Arena, $1 a ticket. From what you guys do and your generosity goes to our Mason Dixon Christmas Wish Fund so that we can help families out that are going to be struggling. And as you probably know, as you've been around the country and seen what's going on, there's a lot of folks hurting this year, and they're going to need a lot of help, and we'll be there for them. Thanks to you.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a privilege to be involved on that level with you, and this is something that Paul from the jump and his family continues to do. So, like you said, man, especially all year long, everybody needs help this last year, with the economy. But something about the holidays, it's bittersweet for a lot of families, and if they need, you're there to help them out, and it's a privilege to take $1 from every ticket and put it back into the community that this is our hometown shows.
Absolutely.
So I'm real proud of what Paul and the family has done.
Well, I'm so proud of you guys and what you've done, and I want you to stay well, stay healthy, get that new keyboard player worked in, and see if you can make him be as crazy as Vitaly was.
Not a chance of that, but we'll do. Nobody's as crazy as Vitaly, rest his soul. And every time I mention his name, I'll just smile. But we have this new young man who's going to be joining us. Is absolutely incredible, and it's just, listen, sometimes new is what it is, sometimes different is what it is, but this is going to be definitely special for him and for us, new blood.
Well, I look forward to seeing you. It's going to be fun. I thank you for taking time to give me a quick shout, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again as we get a little closer to this show to make sure both shows are sold out and you guys are rocking the house.
I can't wait to talk to you. And listen, I love you for all your support and what you've done for this organization for 30 years now, Mason. You and your family, all my prayers and thoughts always.
All right. Well, God bless you guys, and thank you so much for everything you've done for the community and for our Mason Dixon Christmas Wish Fund. Y'all be safe in your travels. I'll talk to you again soon. God bless, my brother.
God bless you back, my brother. I'll talk to you in a minute. Thank you.